Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading. So you might be interested in that. All right, let's go again. So every day my expectations just get blown out of the water. Things are getting a little scary at this point. This is crazy. Markets go down very fast. They do not come up very fast. And if they do, there's usually a consequence to that. Just zooming out, it's not hard to find when we have large days. Here's a 10% day right here. It was followed up quite rapidly with a negative 10% day. Anytime you're moving up really steeply, really fast, there's usually some wreckage on the other side. So I'm actually getting legitimately nervous. Our close that we just finished had an RSI of 86.24. I'm not entirely sure. I guess there are some experiences that are higher, 89, but it is ridiculously high moves. Yeah, even this move. So this is a really intense move, and it wasn't even 86. 85.5. We're getting pretty high, guys. 80. Yeah, there's nothing in here that's 86. It took all the way till well within the bull market, like nearing the top of the bull market, that we started seeing anything above an 86. So yeah, I would be very, very cautious. In fact, just today I did take a hedge position. I said I was going to, and I did take a hedge position expecting markets to retreat back to the 200-day moving average. But yeah, we are looking at this is unbelievable. It is a wild, wild run. The things that we have going for us, though, the candles are stretching out, so that's probably not going for us. But we do not have a top candle yet. There's no bearish engulfing candle. There's no candle with a high wick. I was really, really hoping that we'd have kind of a quiet day yesterday and that we could kind of cool off a bit. And we went higher. And so I took a hedge out right around the middle of this candle just to hold my gains in place while this kind of plays out. If it keeps going up, my profits are kind of locked in. If it goes down, it's kind of locked in my profits. So I'm feeling quite comfortable, and I know that many of you are maybe feeling a little bit of FOMO, that you might want to hop in or whatever. The talking heads on YouTube and the people that maybe aren't professional traders, they do this. I don't know. There's just a lot of warning signs in a single move this intense. So I'm not sure what tomorrow brings, but if we get anything with a pretty tall wick on it, it's going to signal a pretty significant return. Honestly, we've gotten so high that even a return down, even a devastating drop to like half of where we are, still would put us above the 100. Like there's amazing structure happening here. So yeah, now we just barely broke above 20,000, and so market's getting excited. I noticed that we closed exactly at 20,000 on the high on Binance was 20,000 and 0 cents. So whales are definitely targeting these things. Major resistance, though, it takes a big candle. I thought perhaps we would close on the candle and either try again or have a temporary rejection. But yeah, guys, we're kind of, I know 20,000 doesn't feel like a very big number. Bitcoin has traded in 70,000 land, and we've been way, way higher than this. So this just feels like, we're just getting back to normal again. Well, not after this move. Not when you go from 16 and a half to 20 without a break, and your candles are getting longer, and things are more and more volatile. So if we recap, we had 1.5% gain this day, 2.88, so this was almost 3% gain the next day, and then a 5% gain, and the candle we just closed was 5.75. So from a percent standpoint, even though our numbers are bigger, from a percent standpoint, we're still increasing. So we have increasing momentum. Things are getting too toppy. I'm worried that I like to see a nice slow growth because it's more sustained. If we pop up too high and have some real explosive moves, we're going to fall hard, and it's going to take some oscillations. It's going to take some more consolidation. It's going to take a lot more work. So I'm not cheering today. Yesterday I was cheering because this was absolutely amazing. Let me scroll back up again. Because we were hitting our resistance here. If we can touch it and revisit it and establish a good solid base, then you can get above it and then find it as support, and you're good to go. What I'm worried will happen is if we get too high, then we'll end up coming back down and breaking through it, and then we've got more resistance up here along with this. So we kind of want to keep our resistance in a decent range, and if we can touch it gently, then you've got the support, and then you've got your resistance is easy to break, and then you've got good structure and you can move on. So anyway, I know the crowds are rejoicing that we have 20,000 again, but 20,000 is quite a psychological marker. I kind of worry that maybe a lot of people had 20,000 as far as retail people that don't know what they're doing. They're like, I don't want to miss my last chance to buy under 20,000, or oh crap, here we're at 20,000, and then people start buying in, and they're creating exit liquidity for the whales that created this move. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. I think we're going back below 20,000, and I think we're going to be there's still some structure that needs to happen. I'm pretty amazed though. I was trying to pay attention. So I drew these two lines trying to kind of anticipate where our golden cross would happen. And the angle of our 200 just completely flattened out. So this line is more like this. But our 50 is steeper. So if I put this on here and put it at the angle we just created, like now we're talking about like beginning of February. Like we could have a golden cross pretty quick if we stay up in these ranges. I just don't think we'll quite get there. We'll kind of mess with this and kind of watch, but we have to come back and find some kind of support. I would love to see support on the 200 or on our trading range. It would be unbelievable. Now that we've kind of gotten to this level, these are possibilities, but we're going to have to kind of go easy. If we have, I just worry that I know what these look like. When you have a buying climax, it's going to have a very abrupt change in direction. And markets go down a lot faster than they go up. Up takes a lot of building, a lot of work. If they do go fast, that's a problem because the downside will go faster. And so anyway, I'm really kind of watching this from a little bit of a more nervous perspective. But we let markets do what they do. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of people, a lot of anticipation, and a lot of eyes on this. So we will let things roll out. I know a lot of people are probably watching this 21.3 area, the pre-FTX move. If we get there, it's going to be quite a signal, especially on larger time frames. And it might be that whales are preparing for our weekly close. So now we have 2 days left to our weekly close. We want to be at or above this line on the weekly if we're going to make it. So I don't really want to get too high of a wick on our move down, but if we did come up and hit the top of our channel here, or our falling wedge, we could easily come back and find support on this, and then we'd be good to go. So anyway, I think this level is in play. This 18,800 level, we're probably not just going straight to the moon yet, but it's amazing. Like, this is pretty fun. I mean, this is this is crypto that we wait through all of these rough periods, just waiting for this to happen, and it's cool that it is. So anyway, just be careful out there. Don't get overextended. Don't start buying a ton right now. There's got to be a pullback of some kind, and I kind of feel like that the pullback is really where the sweet spot will be. So don't get emotional and don't get tricked out of your positions, all that good stuff. For Ethereum, we've just been marching up. Ethereum now has several days above the 200, so this is pretty huge. Once we exited this red zone, man, we definitely got there. We're above the 200 week moving average, we're above the 200 day moving average, and we're above a significant pivot point that we were pointing to for quite a long time. So there's some pretty awesome blue sky. But yeah, I mean, look at this one. Our RSI now is at 80.46. So even though the RSI isn't as high, which is healthier, we've actually kind of climbed up a little bit slower. So it's not quite as bad as Bitcoin is, but it is high. 70 is pretty high. So if you're way up in these ranges, we need to get some footing before we do too much more. All right, that's kind of where we're at. It's unbelievable though. The alts have really exploded. Everything's doing really well. We have a couple of winners. I noticed that Gala is still on fire. Mana is absolutely going crazy right now. This is quite amazing. Axie is doing well, just 15% day. Anything that's in double-digit land is pretty amazing. Curve, 16%. Yeah. And then ENJ and Sand, both of these guys. So we're starting to really change the market. We still have a lot that are well below our FTX drop, but we had this pivot happened, and we're starting to climb above that. A lot of changes. We're exiting this red zone in a major way, and you can kind of see it on the total. So the total market cap, when we broke out of the red zone, we've moved up, and today we hit the top. Our high was, it was just 1 billion short of our entire crypto market cap. And today our candle body's right on this descending wedge. So we've got a huge, we're playing with some big numbers. This kind of falling wedge, we've been watching this. It started back in May of 2021. The bottom was January of 2021. We have so many touch points on this for over a year and a half, and we're finally touching it again. So most often these things, if they do break, all power to them, because they will go up, they'll probably come back down and find support, and then we're out of here. So there's a lot of things, but yeah, even this is unbelievable. Our RSI here is 82.92, and it's just higher than everything else. it's literally the bull market that we had a higher RSI. So yeah, I don't know. We don't have bull markets at the very bottom of the bear market. Definitely the opportunity is the highest, but we just have to be rational. We have to be careful about these things. There's a giant possibility that we reject off the 200, come back and find the 100 or the 50 as support, and then move on. That would be the absolute best case scenario because we'd have the right structure in place. But yeah, unbelievable. Really cool to see these moves happening. If you take out Bitcoin and Ethereum, the rest of the market just snuck up above the 200-week moving average as a market cap, and just nodded our head above the 100. So it's a little bit slower than Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you take out big caps, small caps are right in there. So a lot of interesting things happening. Just one quick word about the regular markets. I've been saying that we're bullish. We are getting close to having a golden cross. If this 50 gets above the, this isn't right. No, actually, I think it is. Yeah, we're getting really close to having a golden cross, which is pretty incredible on the U.S. markets. We've pulled back quite a bit. We found a higher support, and we're coming up against our major resistance. So this could give us a lot of fuel next week. We'll have to see. Cool stuff. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. It's amazing to go down the list and just see so many positions in green like that. So yeah, a lot of fun. Well, guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend. I'm not sure how my Saturday will be, and then I don't trade Sunday, so I'll probably be back Monday. But if anything exciting happens, I might not be able to help myself, so we'll pop back in. But man, it's pretty incredible to see a $20,000 Bitcoin again. We've been down below there for a long time, including this ranging that we did back in June of last year. So I know people are excited, but just be careful. We have gone up we've just gone straight up. And if there's any sign of a topping candle, it could get pretty ugly pretty fast. So we'll see how that all works out. All right, you guys, have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.